happens. Also, we'll see what John Eversole can do, but Glenn Jarman's going to give them all a good show. He's not going to let anybody take any ground from him.
All righty. The pace car is coming around this time. We will get the 1 to go this time around. 1 to go in the WRVA Broyhill Ford 30-lapper for our Grand Stocks. And let's see if Glenn Jarman can take him off the point as the pace car's lights have gone out. We're going to get the green flag as they come around turns 3 and 4. Right now they're bunching up pretty tight as they go down the backstretch. We got Glenn Jarman and Scott Willingham going to be side by side as they come off with the green flag. Herbert Williams in the number 9 starting in 3rd, and the 43 of David Zimmer in 4th. Those are going to be the 4 people to look for as they come around the corner.
Zimmer especially, he's been awful strong since he's gotten in that car. Green flag should fall, and it does. And right away, Jarman gets a jump. He'll secure the top spot as he enters turn number 1. Here comes Herbie Williams looking to the inside of the Broyhill Ford of Scott Willingham. And Herbie Williams does have that nose under Willingham going into turn 3, but Willingham secures the 2nd spot.
Caution is out. Caution is out. For what reason, we don't know. I don't see anything out of shape here, but caution has come out on the track. No laps have been completed. We will have a complete restart. The number 18, it kind of slowed here in the first and kind of almost stopped, and then it looked like he got it refired and pulled it down the back. That's the only thing I can think of because he was way off pace.
Well, it should be a short-lived caution, but we'll be back with the restart in a sec.
Back here to Southside Speedway. Chad Mason, we have been informed in car number 18, did spin. That's what brought the caution out. We want to thank Southern Motorsports Hour. This is Terry Butler, and he is out of North Beach, Maryland. They do a TV show on a cable system down there. Buddy Long is the play-by-play man when he usually travels, but he's hooked into our system tonight. And I'm Tommy T, along with
Dave C. and Freddie Clark here. And we're back green flag racing as Jarman once again will try to get a jump on the green flag. But this time that Broyhill Ford seemed to have a little bit of muscle to the outside. Here comes Jarman back to the inside, side by side, coming off turn 4. Looks just like they started. Everybody side by side down the backstretch.
And to turn number 3, nothing has changed. It's side by side racing. All of a sudden now, Jarman gets a little bite up off of turn number 4. He will take that lead spot, putting Scott Willingham 2nd. Herbie Williams is holding on for dear life for 3rd.
Here comes David Zimmer, though, in that 4th position. He has been driving good of late, and he is ahead of Bubba Hubbard, who's trying to get in that 4th position himself. The top 10 cars now single file down the front stretch. A little further back, the cars are getting 2, 3, and 4 wide as we see a couple of cars get together a little further back, including the man making his first run, Alan Marshall. He gets a little rub mark down the side, breaks him in here at Southside Speedway. But it's Jarman enjoying a 2-car length advantage going through turns 1 and 2. Willingham's next, Williams, Zimmer, and then Bubba Hubbard.
And we see Jim Thacker come through the screen as we watch the Pitmans and Donnie Claddebuck. And you'll see Chad Mason in car 18 and car XL 102, actually 102, David Lucian. They've been trading fenders back and forth here for the last couple of laps.
And a little further back, 2 guys that were on Tommy's show last week are battling. Bill McGonigal and Billy Morris go at it. Morris takes the spot away from McGonigal. Next in line, we have a car loser right here, and that is
Ronnie Robbins.
Yep, Ronnie Robbins in car number 66. The 4, the John Talley Motors Ford, loops it around on the backstretch. He's able to refire the car, and it doesn't look like we're going to get a caution if he can just find a hole to jump back in.
He'll pick up the end of the field. No, he's going to come out a little bit quicker than that, but he's going to be out of harm's way on the inside as we watch Alan Marshall now. He's all over the back of Wayne Hicks over in 3 and 4, up off of turn number 4, and Mr. Hicks,
number 11 got spun around down in turn 4, and the number 11 is Wayne Hicks.
Mr. Marshall might have contributed to that. We'll watch and see.
And he's dragging the bump of the 11 car of Hicks is. He's just in front of our leader. Jarman looks to the outside, and Jarman has to swing real wide as to avoid not running over that.
Oh, he did. He knocked it off, I do believe. He has.
And the black flag has been given to Hicks because of that incident. And Hicks now not trailing the bumper, but he'll still have to take the consolation. Jarman leading the way. Right behind is Willingham, just a car length off the back deck. Then another car length back to Herbie Williams, who's getting a challenge now from Zimmer. The front 4 opening up about a 10-car length advantage over the 3-car Bubba Hubbard. Next set's Robbie Langford. Behind him is the 17-car Laverne Cole. Next in line comes Eversole, Thacker, Clatterbuck, and then Morris.
Morris is coming. Morris is coming strong in that 0-5. 9 laps are on the board. make it 10 laps now on the board. We've got 20 more laps. Ken Morris work his way through and get around the likes of John Eversole when he gets there. Caution is out, and I think it's going to be because of debris up in turn number 4. That is going to be Wayne Hicks's bumper cover, not the bumper itself, is up in turn 3 and 4, and we see the gate man going over to get that. And as big as he is, it's going to take a few minutes for him to get over there. Don't nobody tell Robert I said that. And we're going to take another calls for the pause, or pause for the call.
It's Jarman leading the way, Willingham in second, and that's the way it'll be when we come back.
Welcome back, race fans, to the WRVA Ray Broyhill Ford Grand Stock 30-lapper. We still got Glenn Jarman in first, Scott Willingham in second, Herbert Williams in fourth, David Zimmer in fourth, and the number 3 of Bubba Hubbard rounding out the top 5 as the green flag flies. And Glenn Jarman takes him down to the stripe. Scott Willingham on his bumper, and Herbie Williams in the number 9 car, bringing up the rounding up to the round 3.
Herbie Williams, the car number 9, the Ford Thunderbirds, dealing with the Pontiac of David Zimmer, the Signs of Times Triangle Billiards car. Now, David Zimmer's done a lot of work on this car. Larry Bryant started off campaigning it early in the season and decided to get out of the car. David Zimmer has taken it over and brought it to the front.
Front 2, nose to tail, it's still Jarman, Willingham, Williams about a car length back, then comes Zimmer, then now they've opened it up again over Bubba Hubbard, about 7 car lengths back to Hubbard. He's still dealing with the 07 of Langford. Behind Langford sets Cole, the 17 machine, and a good battle right now between Thacker and Eversole. Thacker's been wailing on that back bumper of Eversole, wanting to get by.
And while he's banging on it, I'll tell you, Billy Morris is going to try him on the outside, coming up off of turn number 4, back down to the stripe. Morris stays to the outside of Thacker. He's going to might be able to make this work coming up off of 2 if he can pin Thacker down because slower traffic's in front of him.
And Billy Morris, he has been picking them off left and right. He's moving up through the field as he tries to get by Thacker as they run down through the field, going across the stripe, and he does get that position. But Eversole kind of holds Thacker back. Can Billy Morris get past him?
Started 14th and now battling for the 9th position. Billy Morris on the charge, the 05 car, in a big pack of traffic. Next in line will be Eversole. Thacker hasn't given up yet. Morris shoots to the outside of Eversole. That traps Thacker to the inside. But right now Morris is coming up behind Bubba Hubbard, who's a little bit slower as he's trapped in that outside line. A big group fighting for position right there through turns 3 and 4 as their leaders cross the stripe. Still nose to tail and a 2 car lengths back and 1 slap car for Herbie Williams and then David Zimmer.
Bubba Hubbard kicks the tail end out right in front of John Eversole. Thacker's all over Eversole. He couldn't help it. He had Clatterbuck all over top of him as they take it off into turn number 3. It's Jim Thacker coming up with the advantage.
Thacker gave Eversole the tag going down the backstretch and opened up that inside line as they hit turn number 3. And it's now Hubbard fighting an extremely loose race car. Thacker will deal with him on this lap. And Clatterbuck now goes to the inside of Eversole. Eversole slipping back a bit. His car may be going away from him, and up front it's still Jarman leading the way, working to the outside of the 66 car, putting that car lap down, and that's the machine of Ronnie Robbins.
Well, the way I got it now, it looks like Billy Morris is all the way up into 5th position after starting 14th, and he is working his way back to the number 9 car of Herbie Williams.
And actually Morris sets in 6th, but he's catching the 5th place car, the 17 Laverne Cole out of Chester, Virginia, the Chevrolet. Cole Real Estate Chevrolet is next in line for Morris.
There is a problem with the Jeans Car Wash car number 87 of John Eversole. The car is just not running the pace that it's used to running. It could be weather conditions that we're settling with out here. As you see, Donnie Clatterbuck and Bill McGonigal doing battle here between 1 and 2. Now they're off into turn number 3. McGonigal trying to make the advantage to his as he comes up off of turn number 4. He's got that spot.
And while we were talking all that, Zimmer's gotten by Herbie Williams and moved up into 3rd, and he's caught that front duo, and it's a 3-way battle for the lead, and ain't a car link between the 3 as this time Willingham looks to the low side. Jarman covers the spot, and there it is. Jarman, Willingham, and Zimmer. Next in line will be the 9 car of Williams. A little further back sits Langford, and here comes the battle for the 5th position between Cole and Morris.
Well, Jarman continuing to lead this with Willingham all over his back bumper, and Zimmer is all over the back bumper of Scott Willingham as they go through the turns. It looks like Jarman is just trying to hold them off as they come up into some lap traffic. They're going to be trying to pass the number 27 of
Wayne Thompson, also the 18 car of Chad Mason. They're side by side leaders as Willingham tags Jarman. That sends Jarman high. Then Zimmer gets into him. Willingham takes the lead. Zimmer up into the second spot, and they're still trying to work to the outside.
Whoa! We got a new leader coming across at the stripe. We've got David Zimmer holding on. They've got Thompson leaned to the inside. Thompson takes Willingham and spins him down here in turn number 2. He had nowhere to go.
And they head for the infield wall.
We've got Bubba Hubbard involved in this now.
So that should bring out caution, and it does. Actually, our third caution, our second one under full green flag racing, and that comes to you on lap number 25. So laps winding down, and we're still under green.
When we come back, we will have 6 laps to go because they invert back to the last completed lap. So keep that in mind. We'll be right back.
So we passed.
And we're back and getting ready to go back. Green flag racing action. Zimmer leading the way. Jarman second. Williams third. 07 of Langford in the 4th spot. 5th, that's Laverne Cole. And in the 6th spot, man who's picked up 8 positions since the start, Billy Morris.
We only have 6 laps left as Zimmer gets the jump on the green flag with Jarman right behind him. We have Herbie Williams in 3rd. And
look at Morris.
Morris has jumped all the way up to 4th on the restart.
Let's see what happens now. Let's see how they handle that when he comes back around to the flagman stand. Did he come early? I do not see a black flag. Oh, Morris up into the wall hard over in turns 3 and 4.
And that will bring out another caution as still showing 24 laps complete. It didn't look like they completed a lap before that caution fell. And Moore still sending stalled up against the outside retaining wall.
The one thing I noticed when he went into turn 3, all of a sudden sparks started coming from out of his underneath his car. I don't know if he lost a tire, went down on him, but sparks started to fly. It turned him around, and now he's sitting up in turn 4.
And that'll send us to another break, and we'll be back after this.
Race fans to Southside Speedway, the toughest short track in the South. We have got 6 more laps in this event in the Ray Broyhill Ford 30-lapper Grand Stock Division. We have Zimmer on the point, Jarman behind him, Herbie Williams in 3rd. Let's see if he gets a jump as Zimmer gets the jump and the green flag.
Green flag's out. Zimmer's off and away. He opens up 2 car lengths going down the front stretch. Jarman will try to close it up a bit as they hit the turn. As you see, Zimmer suffering some damage from that earlier altercations. We have Clatterbuck skidding up into the outside retaining wall.
David Lucian's in it.
Yep, also involved in that incident is
Kyle
the car number 10, Greg Ferguson.
Kyle Salvatore's involved, and XL 102, David Lucian. And
looks like the 27 car, Wayne Thompson, he just ran down off the speedway to avoid the incident. But that puts us under caution once again. And Tommy, you tell us about it.
Well, Terry Butler from Southern Motorsports Hour, who's doing the filming. We're doing the play-by-play for him. We feel great in doing that. Of course, Scorley Productions is a Richmond-based organization, and I got a feeling these 2 companies will come together and venture out together throughout the racing season, because Buddy Long, who is the announcer at Langley, and also will be the brand new announcer at the Pottery Racetrack, and I don't know what the name of that is. It's a new indoor complex. It seats 4,000 people.
And we'll invite these friendly people on down to South Boston maybe with us one Saturday night running, and maybe they can come down there and cover that show. Always a good show. As here at Southside, the toughest short track in the South. We're under caution. It's probably going to be a lengthy one as they're pushing Zimmer off the track. Zimmer climbs out a little disgusted about the incident, but
no. That's Donnie Clatterbuck.
I'm sorry,
Clatterbuck.
Zimmer would be a little upset.
What's bad is I know Clatterbuck too. He used to work with my mother, so he's going to hate me for that one. Well, actually not, because Zimmer's a pretty good guy. But to bring you up to date on Billy Morris, what brought out that, we were informed he had a flat tire as he hit turn number 3, and that sent him to the outside retaining wall. And with that in mind, we'll take a short little pause and bring you back with what we hope will be the conclusion of this event.
Race fans, after another caution, the pace car has turned off his yellow lights. We have 6 laps remaining still. David Zimmer is in the point. We've got Glenn Jarman in 2nd, Herbie Williams in 3rd. The number
07, Robbie Langford.
Of Robbie Langford in 4th. As Zimmer gets the green flag, takes him down to the front stretch with Jarman right behind it, and those 2 got a heck of a start on the rest of the field.
Another man who got a heck of a start on that was Laverne Cole. He jumped to the outside right away, but it's not going to work for him. He gets trapped there. He's going to lose the position to Bubba Hubbard. Next in line, well, he is able to get back down to the low side, but once again he tries the high line coming off 4 as Thompson spins it down through the dirt here right in front of us, but that won't bring her to caution. It's Zimmer leading the way, and it looks like they might complete a full circuit or two.
Trouble!
Pittman spoke a little too soon. The 50 car of Pittman, that's Raymond Pittman Jr. loops it around.
We got him going everywhere.
Yeah, the 10 car dives down through the grass. Greg Ferguson dives down. It looks like the 5 car. Is that the 5? No, the 4 car, excuse me, setting down here.
That's Lowry.
He refires, so, hey, under caution again.
That's Russell Lowry.
But we did complete a lap, so we got one lap completed that time. And a lot of cars out here running in this division, and that's why you see such cautions like the modifieds. It's a tight track. And with that in mind, once again, we'll take a short refresher break, get us an ice-cold
Coca-Cola.
We're back at Southside Speedway for more exciting action. The 43 car, David Zimmer leading the way. Second place is car number 47, and that is the machine of Glenn Jarman. In the third spot sets car number 9, and that, of course, is Herbie Williams. In the fourth position, Robbie Langford in 07, and we're back green flag racing. Next in line is the 3 car, Bubba Hubbard.
Here comes David Zimmer down into turn 1 and 2 with Jarman right on his bumper. Herbie Williams in third, the 07 of Robbie Langford, and the number 3 of Bubba Hubbard.
And a man looking to make a move is the 21 car. That's Jim Thacker out of Moseley, Virginia, the Virginia Motorsports Park sponsored machine. That brand new complex as McGonigal in car 0 and the 17 car of Laverne Cole nudge each other through the front stretch and again through turns 1 and 2. Thacker's to the outside of that battle, and he'll rub fenders with the O car of McGonigal again.
3 laps to go this time around. David Zimmer pretty much has got it all his own way. The B104, oh boy, the 104 Bear .7 car sits in second. Of course, he's our points leader. And but Zimmer has pretty much got it the way he wants it. 2 laps to go.
And ever since Zimmer's taken over this car from Bryant, Zimmer has put it in charge every week. Come out here. Of course, he's run strong before when he had his own ride out here. But right now, he's taking the wheel and taking the lead and might take the win here shortly as white flag falls. 1 lap to go as we get a spin in turn number 4. We'll make that 2, but it's not going to bring out caution. Your leader, Zimmer, down the backstretch. Car number 43, the machine sponsored by Signs of the Times, Triple Triangle, and Zimmer Heating and Air takes the win. Second place will go to the 104.7, the Bear. 47 of Jarman. Third place goes to Herbie Williams in car number 9. Fourth to Robbie Langford in the 07. And unofficially in the 5th position is the number 3 car, Bubba Hubbard, the Pierce's Barbecue MTM Racing Creations machine.
And once again, before we go off, because we know these gentlemen are going to be leaving, Terry Butler, we appreciate you coming by and seeing us from Southern Motorsports Hour. And for those of you who do watch this, we hope y'all thoroughly enjoyed it. Speaking on behalf of Roundabout Racing and Squirrely Productions, good night, Mr. Harris.